Did you know that Frankie Jonas changed his name on TikTok to Frankie Jonas Therapist?
Who the hell is Frankie Jonas?
And then realized after he changed it that it said
The
Frankie
rapist.
Jonas the Rapist.
An anal rapist.
And you can't change it for another 30 days.
It's pretty great.
I'll take the rapist.
Yeah. I'll take
Catch these men. I'll take catch the seamen for 400.
the seaman. Oh, hey, happy Pride.
Oh, we're going to start the show now.
Welcome to the United Queendom.
Welcome to the podcast starring two cis white males and one
And Chris.
not cis white male. I guess technically I'm Mexican.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what? What's the confusion here, Chris?
Nothing.
You know you like it.
Oh.
Or we don't call you Peggy for nothing.
Wow.
Oh.
It's my favorite Steely Dan song, which is also...
I got that.
Steely Dan Peg? What?
Jesus Christ. Wow.
No pig.
Wow.
Gotta pull yourself up by your dildo straps and get to work.
It's bootstraps, isn't it?
No pig.
Oh, jeez.
I was
You
married
guys
with
quote
children.
some shit sometimes, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? I don't understand.
Married with Children put the Fox Network on the map. Those
Oh.
bastards.
Married with Children was a horrible show.
What do you hear? What do you hear, sport?
Nothing. I lost a side. Anyone else?
You lost a side.
No, we got our sides.
No.
Timmy fall in the lake? The
Brand new
whale?
headphones just
This
stopped
is the
working.
left. This is the right.
I have the right, but the left left the building.
Gotcha. Sweet.
Oh, you guys get that show rolling.
Welcome to Popcorn Tribunal.
Thank you.
Welcome to Popcorn Tribunal, Chris.
Welcome. I'm back.
Yeah, our producer's
Where you
not paying
been?
attention.
Patch cable failure, but I am
Sweet.
back.
That should be our new theme.
That's Tyler.
Hello.
That's producer Chris.
Why are you
Yes.
pointing?
I am Tony.
This is an audio medium.
I produce produce. Wait, no,
yes,
I don't.
but
Not really.
you don't listen, so I have to point
You're
to
right.
so you know what I'm talking.
I'm very ADHD. Like, wait, which one am I?
What card game are you playing on your
No,
phone?
I
at the
have
moment?
notes,
Oh, okay,
Tony.
gotcha. Well, let's jump right in. We're getting a little bit of a late start tonight, so we're going to jump right in.
Oops.
And we are... Oh, it's okay, man. You had a key that broke off in your...
Yeah, I didn't know it was strong enough to
Cylinder.
rip the
broke
metal
off in
off.
what?
It broke off in his cylinder.
One of
good
them
Lord.
switchblade keys that Chevy tried to make happen.
Yeah. But the thing is the transponder has to be near the steering column.
Yep.
Or else it's a security failure, so it doesn't let you
So
drive
I
the
can't,
car.
use pliers.
It's also tough to get your check when the strip club, rolls over to the night crew. It's tough. I know. You got to get here earlier. What?
What?
Just leave some silence for a
Yeah.
little bit.
Okay. Let's try
Just
that
me?
again. One
Just
more
me?
time, Chris. It's always tough. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Okay. We were going to leave some silence in there.
Why?
I don't know.
You got total power. You could put a laugh track in there. I guess.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about some movie news. There's not a lot right now.
Movie nudes.
Movie nudes.
What you got?
Regina King found out
I
in an
heard
interview
about
on
this.
Entertainment Tonight that she's in consideration for directing the new Superman movie. She had no idea.
Warner Brothers or Discovery or whatever the hell you are anymore.
Warner
You've done it
Brothers
again.
Discovery is what it's called. Yeah. So, back in February, it was revealed that J.J. Abrams is producing a Superman reboot. That same day, it was reported that the movie will introduce a black Superman. Michael B. Jordan had previously been rumored, but he has not yet been tied to the role. And it still hasn't cast a lead, nor has it found a director. At the beginning of the month, J.J. Abrams stated that he would not be directing the picture and had never intended to direct the picture.
The picture.
And Warner Brothers is said to be looking for a black director to helm the film.
Makes sense.
It has been reported that the studio is eyeing Stephen Capel Jr., J.D. Dillard, and Regina and Shaka King as possible directors. But they have also met with other directors. Warner Brothers has yet to officially comment on their search, but Regina King has now officially spoken out and said, "I had no idea." So,
Tony, you
Yeah.
ready for this?
Yeah.
Spike Lee Superman. You in?
no.
Man.
No. No. What would his job be?
I think we're too honky to try to pitch this
Yeah, let's
movie.
not presume or pitch. Yes.
We're going to use our get out of joke free card, kids. You're welcome.
So, Indiana Jones 5
Oh, God. I
is
heard about
in
this.
production. Images posted on Reddit show heavy machinery near an ocean front, as well as burned ruins of a stone building,
Did you hear?
which was confirmed to be Indiana Jones 5 set.
Did you hear Matt Mikkelsen's going to be playing a Nazi?
I was going to be
You
discussing
already
that,
got there, you
but
lucky
you just
so-and-so.
kind of took over my
Was-
news there.
Was the moon involved?
No. So
Okay, it's set to the backdrop of the moon landing.
details
There, I
on the
think
fifth
I
Indiana
contributed.
Jones film are limited. Most of production still shrouded in mystery.
Ooh.
Jonathan Rhys Davies will be returning.
What the hell?
Also, Hannibal and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Mads Mikkelsen joined the production in April, along with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who I fucking love, man. I love her.
She's pretty great.
Fleabag, she's amazing. She's hilarious. Harrison Ford, of course, will be reprising his iconic role.
106-year-old Harrison Ford will play a grumpy, elderly
The
Indiana
Kingdom
Jones.
of the Crystal Skull occurred in 1957, so it's believed that the fifth installment will take place
68.
during the space race of the 60s.
There you go.
Due in part to comments made by James Mangold.
Is he directing?
Yes.
Oh, I loved Logan.
The film is set to arrive in theaters July 29th, 2022.
Well, that's a year from
I mean, it's
now.
only a year out. That's actually not too bad.
Well, of course the spirits did it all in one night.
That's on that Mission Impossible delivery time frame right there. Let's film Mission Impossible 7, edit it, and while we're editing it, let's also film 8 and 9.
Can't wait.
That's kind of an Avatar thing, isn't it, I think?
Well, he's been doing that for like a decade now, hasn't he?
Quick blurb.
Quick blurb.
How
That's
many
our
hi-
new segment.
How many
Quick
Highlander
blurb.
movies are there, Chris?
Ooh,
No idea.
I'm gonna go 6.
There are 7
Damn.
Highlander movies, including the one in production.
Well,
Set-
that's not what you
Set-
got me. You.
set to star Henry,
Cavill.
Superman, The Witcher, Cavill. He is officially signed on.
Wasn't he in that Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie with that young cannibal?
Yes.
That he was a fine young cannibal.
The
Oh,
movie will
Jesus.
be directed by Chad Stahelski, who was
Oh,
one of the
jeez.
co-creators of the John Wick movies.
Oh, I did hear this.
I'm a big fan of the John Wick movies,
For sure.
so hopefully this will be a pretty... I also love the Highlander stuff. I thought it was Christopher
seen them all?
Lambert. Yeah, I've seen them all.
Even the quickening.
My ex-wife...
I just realized the setup. How many? I should
Yeah.
have said there could be only
okay.
one. God damn it.
10 minutes ago, we had that conversation, Chris.
You can still put the laugh track in.
It's okay.
Did they have a delayed laugh track?
Pause for laughter.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
And then Joey walks in.
Oh, did you
Could
watch that?
I be wearing any more clothes?
Did anybody watch that?
I did. And Matthew Perry is coked out of his fucking mind.
Amazing.
He wasn't in half of it because
That
he
would
was
be-
Seriously?
every time he was on screen, he had a beverage of some sort in his hand. Everyone else was chilling professionally. He had his bright, shiny veneers and a coffee or a Fiji bottle that he was playing with the cap the whole time. They were touring the set where everyone had signed the
Man,
set.
they paid
he
a
wasn't
lot for
even
this.
there.
Jeez.
yeah. So
See, anyone I've talked to did not mention that, so I appreciate that perspective.
one thing about the Highlander movie is it's not clear yet whether this is going to be a remake or kind of a reimagining or a soft reboot of the universe itself. Honestly, I would prefer that it were a soft reboot, kind of reimagining of the series.
Like full-on reboot?
Because I'd love to see. Is Christopher Lambert still alive?
He hadn't done anything for a long time.
Because
if
last
he
I
is.
remember, last thing I saw him in was, I think, was Mortal Kombat,
That's the last thing I saw him
where he
in.
played Raiden.
Raiden.
Yeah.
I need more candy.
Producer Chris, since I don't have any more candy, can you find out if Christopher Lambert's still alive?
Fine.
Thank you.
Not Adam Lambert.
Speaking of Christopher
He's
Lambert,
still the queen.
Jamie
right.
Lee Curtis posted an image. I don't know.
Oh, wait, which Lambert
correlation.
again?
You are the king of
Christopher.
segues, my friend.
Jamie Lee Curtis posted an image on Instagram of Kate Blanchett on set of Borderlands the movie. I know you don't care because it's a video game.
I love you, but I just tuned out as soon as you said Borderlands.
Yeah, but Eli Roth, man. I mean, come on.
Did you see Green Inferno?
Yeah, but there's
Chris
got to be
Lambert.
something.
Cabin Fever is
Christopher
like Evil
Lambert.
Dead made by douchebags.
I will avoid Space Jam if you will go see Borderlands
go.
with me.
64
You're not gonna
years of
hold-
age.
He's only 64.
Right? That's shocking, actually.
Wow. I
You're
thought
not
he was
gonna.
older
You're not
than
gonna
that.
keep that promise. I know you.
I
You already bought me the shirt.
I have no. That was a Jerry Seinfeld. You already bought me the shirt.
What's the deal with them Looney Tunes?
But anyway, so the picture
Jimmy
of Kate
Stewart.
Blanchett as Lilith is it's on set, and Lilith is known for like this swoop hair, and Kate Blanchett actually
That
has
was
the
a
hair.
swoop.
It's pretty cool. It's for someone who's a video game fan.
Wait, you
and
like video games?
I kind of.
You've
Yeah.
been very subtle about it.
But Borderlands is one of my all-time favorite games.
we will play Pong one of these days, you and I.
So, two-time Academy Award winner Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Eli Roth, Edgar Ramirez, Ariana Greenblatt.
What?
Yes, and Jack Black.
As the Beaver.
No, so Kevin Hart plays Roland, who was once a highly respected soldier, now desperate for redemption. Ariana Greenblatt plays Tiny Tina, who is
What?
This is perfect, actually, a feral preteen demolitionist. So she builds bombs, but she's a preteen. So, Tina's muscle-bound, rhetorically challenged protector, Tanis. So Tanis is kind of like the female version of Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. So she's a scientist played by Jamie Lee Curtis. And then
Cool.
there's a one-wheeled robot called Claptrap, and that is voiced by Jack Black. And Claptrap is just a wise ass throughout the game. So it
Well,
fits
sounds
perfectly.
delightful.
Yeah.
Do you think this will be the one to be the great video game adaptation?
Well, so basically, if you think about it, it's kind of like Indiana Jones in space because they're vault hunters. So they're
Cool.
looking for a vault full of
What's up?
iridium, which is a
Element.
priceless element.
Yeah.
Jumping back for a sec, Christopher Lambert was only 28 during the filming of Highlander.
What?
Maybe he was
Right?
just born an old man.
He just
Holy
looked
crap.
But okay, so let's be honest. He may have looked old at 28, but he didn't look old 10, 15 years down the road. He still looked like 28-year-old old.
You're
looking
right.
Christopher Lambert. Does that make sense? Did I get the full circle?
Maybe
there?
it's like a Steve Martin disease where you like hit a certain age and you're just a gray, old, elderly looking fella.
I am
Distinguished
certain.
gray.
I am certain that Steve Martin has this giant old man waddle that he just tucks into his button-up shirt.
Oh no!
Because he's always wearing a button-up shirt.
I mean, get this, Steve
Weren't
Martin,
you?
he is 145 years old.
Shut the fuck up.
He's 75.
And that makes his daughter, Michelle Williams,
Yeah, but he-
850.
I hear
I got
he's
that he was
being
born in
kept alive with
1945.
voodoo blood magic.
Voodoo blood magic.
Just eats babies.
Oh,
like Hillary.
Jesus.
Probably.
And me.
Yeah,
They're so
and
good.
Martin Short's semen.
A little cilantro. and
no.
Wow.
Martin wait,
He's in the Navy. He has semen.
this got off.
Put the laugh track in again. It'll be a great episode.
Pause for that.
Uh,
And that's my movie news.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, so in an interesting twist, we have
Oh.
recently spoken about Justice League, the Zack Snyder
Yes.
cut. We've also recently spoken a little bit about Army of the Dead, but we didn't talk too much about it.
You had seen it in the theater.
I saw it in the theaters with former cast member Derek Bailey. And so we made a decision that
Rest
this
in
week
peace.
we're going to talk a little bit about some Zack Snyder movies.
Oh, Zach. I don't know
So
what to do with this
we
man.
picked 3 movies.
We did.
I'm actually going to hand the discussion over to Tyler.
Sure.
He's going to guide the discussion here.
Well, we picked and what I consider the 3 most Zack Snyder-y movies we could have picked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Am I wrong? Watchmen, you could argue with me,
Watchmen,
but
you
the
could
other
argue
2,
with.
absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, but Sucker Punch is really the only...
That's the most.
Army of the Dead is original as well, though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. But it's kind of...
It
has-
borrows a lot.
I was going to say, it has like a footprint in Dawn of the Dead. and things
Yeah,
like
it borrows
that.
a lot from other
Little
things,
comedic
and
zombie,
we'll
yeah.
we'll get into that. I guess, Tony, which film would you like to talk about first?
Well, Tyler, since you're leading the discussion, go right ahead. sir.
Let's go in order and talk about Watchmen.
Watchmen.
Which
So Watchmen is my least favorite of the 3.
we're gonna get into it. Is that what
know.
we're gonna do today? We're gonna fight.
It happens.
I don't like it when mom and dad
I
fight.
mean, 4 hours of
So you did watch the Ultimate Cut.
raining. The guy who played the child predator in a movie. That yeah.
Well, that one is my favorite and probably my favorite movie he's ever done.
Okay, so I understand why you like it because I
Sure.
know you so well, and the
Sure.
reason that you like it is because it basically shits on all other superhero movies, but it also has a soul, right?
Well, have you read the source material? Let's start there.
I've seen some of the source material because it is a graphic novel.
You're
It is-
right.
It
They
is
had a
not
motion
an
comic
actual novel. Yeah.
for Once Upon a Time.
Yeah. Jackie Earl Haley, by the way, is
Is
the one.
perfect.
Rorschach. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he creeps me out.
He's so good.
Everything that I've seen him in since that movie where he played the
Even when he's Freddy Krueger.
can't do it.
Well, let's start. So, Watchmen was a graphic novel by Alan Moore. Famous Crazy Satan is Alan Moore.
So let me give you a little background about Watchmen.
Sure.
Okay. So this is the description that I borrowed from the internet, and it kind of described it perfectly.
The
for me.
IMDb.com.
So Watchmen is a dark and dystopian deconstruction of the superhero genre.
Sure.
The film is set in an alternate history in the year 1985,
Nixon is still president.
at the height of the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union, which obviously wasn't still happening in 1985. As a group of mostly retired American superheroes investigate the murder of one of their own before uncovering an elaborate and deadly conspiracy while they're...
and Giant Blue Dong.
Is this the prequel to The Incredibles?
Incredibles is in the 60s, first of all.
Well, all of the superheroes were disappearing.
You could argue it's in the same universe. I just never thought about it.
I'm just saying. It's interesting. Okay. So, uncovering an elaborate and a deadly conspiracy while their moral limitations are challenged by the complex nature of the circumstances.
Yes.
So, it doesn't take the boys' route.
It does and it doesn't.
It does and
go
it
on.
doesn't. It has, like, some of the characters have completely lost a moral compass. In the boys, 99%
Most
of them have
That's
lost
fair.
their moral compass.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So before we get into it, there's 3 cuts. There's a theatrical.
Yes.
There's a long-ass Zack Snyder-y director's cut. And then a part of the graphic novel, which is a comic within a comic called Tales of the Black Freighter, was animated and voiced by Gerard Butler and then thrown back in for the ultimate cut. Now, Zack prefers the director's
Did
cut.
Gerard do all of the voices?
I think he's the only one talking in that thing.
Oh, okay. So it's like narrated?
I think so.
Gotcha.
It doesn't really work, so I'm with Zach. I'm kind of like, let's stick with the director's cut. Which one did you watch? Director's?
I watched the extended cut.
Which one?
It
Was
it
there a cartoon animated thing in it?
No, it was on my
then you-
Plex server.
Then you
so
watched
it's
the
probably
director's cut. Okay, perfect. Initial thoughts and
This is one we've also watched together
Yes,
about a year and a half
while ago. Yeah.
About a year ago.
So give me your initial thoughts and why it's your least favorite of the 3.
Okay, so one thing that I really hate in movies is day for night, where everything looks blue. Mm-hmm. And this movie is very blue.
This movie, well, a lot of his movies are very blue.
Yes. Sucker
Or
Punch
gray.
was not. It's either sepia or blue.
No, Sucker Punch was like puke green.
Yeah, very much so.
Nasty ass brownish
We'll
green.
touch on that.
Oh wait, you're
But,
right.
So this movie is very it feels like it smells like an alley the whole time.
So does Sucker Punch, but go on.
I get a different feeling from Sucker Punch, and again, we'll touch on that.
You're right.
But so for this one, I really, really, really liked Billy Crudup in the movie, Dr. Manhattan. Mm-hmm. I really, really liked Carla Gugino, who
She's so good.
we mentioned last podcast.
And we'll talk about her
And
again.
we'll talk
in
about
Sucker
again
Punch.
in Sucker Punch.
Yes.
I think she's underrated.
She's so great.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I like everything that he's ever been in. Even the stupid movie that he was in with Grey's Anatomy girl that smoked all the
Sandra
time.
Oh.
No, the blonde one.
Aren't they all blonde? I've seen like 3 episodes of that show in passing.
But I use this as an opportunity to find out a little bit about Patrick Wilson,
Sure.
who turns out he's a very accomplished Broadway actor, and like has this better than Hugh Jackman voice, and
You've
also
seen Phantom, haven't you?
also played the same role on Broadway in Oklahoma that Hugh Jackman played.
What a fun anecdote.
Yes, I've seen Phantom, but that's one of those things where I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
That's fair.
So
He's pretty under the radar.
yeah, he's in another movie coming out where he sings.
Conjuring 3? No. The devil made me sing?
He's also in Aquaman.
Oh, God, is Bible Man?
Yeah. So
What the hell?
yeah, so for me, Night Owl which is Patrick Wilson's character,
Who can't
is
get it up
probably one of the weirdest superheroes in the movie.
because he can't get it up.
I liked the story of Rorschach. I like kind of the concept of who he is.
He's very black and white. There's no
I just
gray.
hate Jackie Earle Haley.
Oh, I think he's brilliant in that role.
Jackie Earle Haley was a child actor. Did you know that?
I can't imagine him ever being cute.
Yeah, no, he was a child actor. I'll find out what he is. Go ahead and share your thoughts, but I'll find out what he starred in.
Well, obviously, I love it, but I want to talk about the ending.
Okay.
Because this is like 300. This is a pretty faithful adaptation. Like, they had the comic book on set to, like, draw comparisons
Yeah.
to and, like, recreate the panels. So, if you watched the recent Watchmen show,
Starring Regina King.
yes, the novel ends with a giant squid attacking instead of a nuclear attack that was blamed on Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan?
And I kind of like...
He didn't go to evil medical school for 23 years to
He
just be
wasn't
called
evil.
Manhattan.
Did you watch the film?
Shut up. He was a child actor on the Carol Burnett show.
I don't remember there being children on that show.
Oh, yeah, there were children on
I
that.
have to watch that again.
Yeah.
But so I think Ozymandias either creates or draws a giant squid to kill all these people, and that's what unites the world. But in this version, it's actually pretty clever. Because he makes it like a nuclear attack that's all blue, so he blames it on Dr. Manhattan. And I'm like, if you got to take the squid out, that's not a bad way to do it.
Right. Either way, it's Dr. Manhattan's fault.
Yes.
For the record, Dr. Manhattan is a doctor who, like the Incredible Hulk, was blasted with...
No, he got stuck in a room with a bunch of electricity and became a blue man.
I thought it was blasted with nuclear energy.
You're right. That's why he got the atom symbol on his head.
Hence Manhattan.
The Manhattan
AKA
Project.
yeah,
of
there
the
you go.
same name. What'd you think of the dong? Can we talk about the dong?
The dong is...
Did the dong get distracted?
Literally taking a drink at the moment.
Because some animator had to like create the dong sway, right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, there's been plenty of movies where testicles had to be created, like in the Transformers.
Yes.
They used the wrecking balls.
What a great joke.
There was a TV show on Showtime called Love Story where they actually had to digitally create penetrating penises and testicles on actors. Adam
Yeah?
Scott actually was
had
one
a
of the...
penetrating penis?
Yeah.
How about that? Ben Wyatt, you
I'm gonna
son
use-
of a gun.
I'm going to use penetrating penis as the title
should be
of
our
this
band name.
episode. Penetrating penis.
But I guess-
it was okay. So
Sure.
First of all, I don't think Billy Crudup is blessed like that,
Oh, you're right.
right?
Probably. I don't know.
But just the fact alone that it's this glowing dick, it makes me think of Beast from the Avengers.
He's an X-Man.
Whatever, X-Men, same fucking universe. But
Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think he's an equal opportunist in kind of...
I mean, but realistically, it stayed true to the graphic novel. So
For sure. But, like, people call sucker... Call!
are you a little flustered by the dong?
Flustered by the Dong should be the title of the episode. So Sucker Punch is accused of being like, oh, these chicks in skimpy outfits. But then the way he films Dr. Manhattan or Superman with their Spartans...
Who accuses Sucker Punch of that shit? Because that
We'll
is not
get there.
Those are not skimpy outfits.
We'll get there. My point is...
Like, I was like, where's the nakedness? I'm thinking 300 in slow motion boobs, and then you have Sucker Punch, and there's nothing. I'm okay with it. To be honest, today was the first day that I actually enjoyed Sucker Punch.
Oh,
So
well, we'll get to that.
To
That
a
makes
point.
one of us. But my point is, I think he's an equal opportunist in how he films the
Yeah.
human body.
yeah.
And there's
I
something
think
to that.
one of the things that Zack Snyder has always done is he's made anatomy look dominant. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Like
Nice
the
dominant anatomy.
Batfleck's suit was very tricep and bicep heavy.
Oh, did you catch that Ozymandias suit was a Batman and Robin reference?
Yes.
And he had nipples.
But he uses a lot of like angles where you're like looking over the curve of the shoulder or things like that. And so to me, it always feels like it's a representation of anatomy in some capacity.
Well,
so.
he, like, especially with his DCEU work, he treats these people or these heroes as gods.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like if you go back to mythology, like that's how they're
It's called mythology.
myth.
You said mythology. Where are we getting this at McDonald's?
That's McDonald's
Gotta go to McDonald's
mythology.
University and learn about mythology.
The Ronald McDonald House taught me
Or are
mythology.
you a bartender with a lisp? Would you like a Shirley Temple? I learned
Mike
about that
Tyson
in
studies
my mythology
mythology.
class.
But anyways, that's how they're like presented in art, and I think that's how he
Right.
does his like hero costume.
Well, superheroes have been predominantly featured and pictured above everyone
Right.
around them, almost to the point of a god.
Well, that's one thing I wanted to talk about. He thinks Superman is Dr. Manhattan, and they're not the same character at all. If you watch Man of Steel, it like carries over ideas from Dr. Manhattan about
Oh, now
him
you're
being
fucking with me again. I gotta go watch Man of Steel again now. I hate you so
well, like
much.
the idea of Superman. I guess you could go the route of like, oh, he's this god that's on Earth with all this.
Well, I mean, to be
humans
fair,
and-
he was blessed with his powers based
yeah,
on
but
radiation.
he grew up as a human. He was Clark Kent first before he discovered he was Superman, and he had to.
Yeah,
So
but he
that's-
wasn't actually human. Dr. Manhattan was actually human.
True, and then he becomes this omnipotent guy. And the point is, they're not the same character.
No,
and that's why I think Watchmen is successful where Man of Steel isn't.
Maybe he was referring to them from a very loosely based character creation sort of thing.
Sure.
Like the sun's radiation is what makes Superman strong. And the sun's radiation or the radiation is what created Dr. Manhattan.
I think the scene where I was like, yeah, Zack Snyder doesn't get Superman is when he's rescuing people and he looks like he's at a funeral.
If you bang a porn star and there's not a camera around, you yourself do not become a porn star.
I don't get it. What does that mean?
I don't know. It was a weird reference. I don't know. It was a metaphor I had in my brain.
Add the laugh track in, Neelis. We're gonna keep. There it is.
I'm just saying, just because they were created by radiation doesn't mean that they're the same. Sure. I don't feel any similarities between the two.
Well, there shouldn't be. I'm just saying the way he writes and
Oh, I thought you
approaches
said
them.
he came out and said that.
No. I think the way he approaches
okay.
Superman is the same way he
Let's
approaches.
retract that terrible fucking a porn star reference.
It's too late. We already had the laugh track, Tony.
Okay.
No, his approach to Superman is the same as his approach.
His approach?
Words are hard today, man, and you ain't giving me no grace.
That one day off this week.
I've had a couple. No, I'm fine. You get it.
Yes.
Okay. Thoughts?
I mean, I think I just shared my thoughts. I don't think that there's anything remotely similar between the two. I think the hardest piece for me was figuring out who was the leader of the Watchmen. Yeah.
Was
It felt like there's a silent struggle amongst Night Owl, Dr. Manhattan, and
Rorschach kind of wants to do his own thing.
yeah, Rorschach could care less. Mm-hmm. Is it Ozymandias? I think it was Ozymandias.
Nah, he likes to stay behind the scenes and then cash in, and that's kind of how he gets away with it at the end.
Yeah, it was the comedian. Sorry, Night Owl, the comedian, and Dr. Manhattan. To me, it was really a toss-up between Dr. Manhattan and Night Owl.
Probably.
And I think Night Owl has the personality to lead the group more than Dr. Manhattan.
But not the boner.
But not the penis.
That's the weirdest sex scene, too.
Yeah. No, it was.
I don't like it.
It reminds me of the joke where Superman is flying over Gotham or over Metropolis and sees Wonder Woman sunbathing naked on the patio, and he decides, I could unconsensually swoop down and penetrate and leave. She would never
Okay.
know.
Where is this going?
So he swoops down, does this thing, takes off.
Oh, no.
Instantly, like it's gone. And
A Superman
Wonder
rape
Woman's
joke.
like, wow, did you feel that? And Invisible Man goes, no, but my ass hurts all of a sudden.
Oh, so it's funny because it was a male rape by accident.
Jesus.
Add the lap track in, Neelis. There's one.
That
It was like Krusty the Clown. There it is. So let's.
I never said it was funny. I just said that's what it reminds
So
me.
this was your least favorite of the three. How would you rate it?
It's my least favorite of the three because I had a hard time staying attached to it.
Okay, I think you're gonna get. That's gonna be a theme with these other two movies, at least from my perspective.
See, but here's the thing. I read an interesting article about Sucker Punch.
Sure.
And with that article in mind, I rewatched it. Mm-hmm. And I was very tied to Baby Doll's character.
Well, what did
throughout.
the article say? We'll talk about this.
It was just, I linked it, and I'll read you kind of a synopsis of it when we get to it.
Give me the meat and you just want to move on to Sucker Punch? I think
Is
that's
that
a good
the one
segue.
you want to talk about next?
Let's do it.
Okay. So yeah, Watchmen, definitely not my favorite of the three.
I love it.
To be honest, it might have been one that I felt differently if I had seen it in the theater.
That's fair.
Large format, audio, kind of noir detective novel. Kind of
Sure.
feeling.
I mean, there's a different attitude to go into the theater, right? You have to sit there and you have to watch and you have to be involved. Whereas, like, watching stuff at home and in the age of screens is hard now.
All right, so Sucker Punch.
Sucker
so
Punch.
the
Talk
title
to
of
me.
this is Zack Snyder says Sucker Punch is his most misunderstood movie.
He would say that, but go on.
In an interview for Army of the Dead.
Okay. Oh, so recently.
Yeah, very recently. So basically, the way it works is coming off of 300 and Watchmen, he made the big studio pictures, and Zack Snyder got the chance to write and direct an original concept. The film received highly negative reviews. It's 24% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Actually, up 2% since this article came out. Critics
an efficient
highlighted
article.
the impressive technical prowess,
Sure.
but most pointed out the over-sexualized characters and lack of depth when it came to plot.
Sure.
It had Oscar Isaac in it.
A lot of good people.
yeah.
John Hamm is barely in it, but
John
in
Hamm
it,
is barely in it, yeah.
which I thought was weird.
Yeah, but the one scene that he's really involved in, I thought it was perfect.
No, he's great. I guess Mad Men was just happening, so it's probably...
So basically,
Why?
Sucker Punch revolves around a young girl named Baby Doll who is institutionalized by force by her stepfather after her mother dies. Her mother
Kills her
leaves everything to
sister
her two daughters
by accident.
Right. So as a way of coping, she is in this institution and she manifests alternate reality scenarios, basically to kind of help her
Well,
deal
here's
with
the weird
trauma.
thing about that, if I may. So, the institution is real, and then she imagines...
No, let's talk about that.
Okay.
Hold on to that thought.
All right,
Okay.
putting a pin in it, kids.
So Zack Snyder appeared on Happy Sad Confused podcast with Josh Horowitz, and he asked him about the mention of another cut of Sucker Punch. And Zack Snyder said, "Oh no, I would absolutely pursue another cut of Sucker Punch." He said, "Well, that movie was supposed to be rated R, right?
That makes sense.
It was a hard R when I wrote it."
Well, there's a lot of rape and implied rape, and they
Implied,
can't say the word brothel or
Yep.
whore. There's a lot going on.
It was really intense and scary, and it was really meant to, it's probably the movie that I feel like is the most misunderstood that I made.
not the owl movie.
In its fight, just to have someone say, my kids loved that movie, by the way, growing up. So in its fight,
I too wish I could fly like the guardian
to
owls
have
of legend.
just to have someone say, oh, that's the masturbation fantasy of a 12-year-old, you're like, wow, that feels like I must have miscommunicated the entire thing.
Well,
Because that's the exact opposite. If you're acknowledging that, then you're culpable for the fantasy. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make you say, fair enough.
you're
but-
offended by my movie. That's your problem.
Fair enough, but are you not complicit? Can you not come all the way back around to say that you did that? So basically, what he's saying is he's combining the titillation portion of the brothel / burlesque
Sure.
with the fact that that is something that she has to create. That trauma to cope with the existing trauma of the institution.
Sure.
And so it makes sense to me reading this and reading a little more into the
A
article.
lighter, fire, a dragon. There you go.
So the dragon is literally the one thing in the movie that I still was like, what the fuck? Okay. Everything else, I kind of followed along. The Three Samurais I thought was very cool. Is that David Carradine? Is that? No.
It looks like him as a different guy.
Is
I'm
it?
like, is this doing like a Kill Bill thing?
It's not. It's not. He's
It's
not,
not
a
David
Carradine?
Carradine. I think he might have asphyxiated himself at that point.
It's not a Carradine? All right, I need to know who that is. though.
Different veteran actor that has the same kind of flavor.
So, anyways, you have Emily Browning that played Baby Doll.
Mm.
Jenna Malone plays Rocket. Vanessa Hudgens plays Blondie, which I thought was the weirdest fucking casting ever.
She ain't even blonde. So that was her
It
name?
was ironic.
I don't...
Carla Gugino is in it again as the Russian Dr. Gursky.
She's in the Kenneth Branagh role.
Yes. And then John Hamm played the High Roller and the Doctor. So, yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay. So you like this movie.
Okay, I didn't say I liked it.
You're allowed to.
I watched it in a very different light after reading that entire article.
Okay.
And I'll link the article on our Facebook page.
Please
so
do.
if anyone wants to read it, they
Yeah, I
can.
need to do a little deep dive, sounds like. I hated it.
I didn't hate it.
Okay.
So I remembered it visually as being super brown. It is.
For
It
a
is.
film starring Emily Browning, it's a very brown
It is a very
film.
brown film. I didn't hate it though, and I think it is a product of that article. And I don't know if that
So
makes
it's classic
sense.
Warner Brothers studio meddling?
I don't know. I mean,
'Cause it felt like
Zach has never said anything, and he's always been very vocal
Sure.
about that kind of thing.
Sure.
So, I mean, you would think with it being his creative work that
See, when I was watching, I'm like, this is PG-13, and that feels weird for the subject matter. But
Well, I mean,
my guess is
literally the best dressed brothel ever.
sure. My
No
guess
skin
is
showing, not a single nipple throughout the movie.
2 stars.
2 stars.
I don't know. My guess is the studio saw this and was like, this is for 14-year-old boys, edit it down to PG-13. Boom, that's what you get.
Okay, so but that
Don't know.
literally
Don't
is
know.
exactly what he said.
Okay. Okay. I still don't have to like this cut, do I?
Okay, but here's the question: what about it was made for a 13-year-old boy?
This is a generalization, right?
No, I really want to know. I mean, because you were
14-year-old
at one point a 13-year-old boy.
You're right. And
So
I probably
what
would have
about-
liked...
What about this movie would have been titillating?
Well, it's not even titillating. It's like girls in skimpy outfits doing action scenes, shooting guns, fighting
But what's
dragons.
skimpy about it? It's no skimpier. It's less.
I didn't-
It's less skimpy than the beach scene in Jaws. There's more ass coverage than there is on the beach scene in
Okay.
Jaws. I'm just saying, like, it feels to me
Sure.
like you're stuck in the reviews that you read about it. Now,
I didn't read a single review. I need to make this
in the
clear.
past,
Didn't touch... And what reviews was I reading in 2009?
Let me make a point about what I'm saying, though.
Sure.
I have said in the past that I feel like you're forming opinions based on blah, 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 right? I'm telling you this, but I'm also going to state, but I know that that's probably not the case.
Okay.
But I think if you read this article and read a little bit more about his thought process in the writing,
Sure.
the thought behind the story, there may be a hint of understanding, and I would be intrigued to see your thought at that
Okay.
point. Because if you think about it, right, we talked about it before, this woman is experiencing so much trauma
Sure.
that her respite is in more trauma.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
I mean, that speaks volumes alone about mental health right there. You know?
Sure.
And of course, she's being held there and she doesn't need to be.
You're right.
Her stepfather wanted all the money.
You're right.
So,
You're going to get mad at me. This is another case of Tenet where they forgot to write characters.
yeah.
And here's
No, I agree with you 100%.
Okay. Well, here's how I can kind of figure that. If I take one line from one of the girls and give it to another girl, you're not going to notice the difference, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, the problem
That's a
is
problem.
the problem in the movie is this. The concept as a whole. Go ahead. He's holding up a finger like he wants to.
No, I wanna put a
interrupt
pin
me,
in that. I think
or
Zach-
he wants to poke me in my nose.
No, I think Zach's very good at ideas.
Right.
And in this movie and in Army of the Dead,
It
which we'll
was a
get
good
to,
idea.
there are good concepts,
Yes.
but they're not executed the best.
Correct.
Because you need to write characters, and the dialogue in both those movies.
If you
is
followed
not
a
great.
path of a Kill Bill
Sure.
with this baby doll character, where she doesn't fight a dragon,
Okay.
or
The dragon is a lighter.
yeah, But I mean, like, if you follow that path where you then have the arc of not the imagined strong woman, but the physically strong woman
Sure.
who takes everyone down, like Uma Thurman does in the movies.
But Uma Thurman has a character?
Yes.
And I guess Baby Doll has a motivation, but I still don't know a thing about her.
Well, and that's the piece that I'm really missing, and I
You're
agree
right.
with you on that, because there's so that's it, I don't know. I keep coming back to it. There's so much trauma
For sure.
that she has to resort to imagining trauma to get away from it. Like, what happened before this?
Right.
You know, what?
Sure.
Can we have Cold Cock the movie? So
Sure.
followed by Sucker Punch. Cold Cock
Sure.
is the prequel. You know,
Sure.
to find out what happened in her life, because that brief synopsis at the very beginning does not give us the character of Baby Doll. What's her real name? Why is she
Right.
called Baby Doll?
Right. I think that's it. It doesn't seem nothing seems fleshed out enough for me to
Yeah.
get invested, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like ideas are good. Like when we cut between the different realities and we realize that someone that died in one reality is like dead in another.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Right.
Do more
chef,
of that.
The chef. Yeah.
And to see how it kind
Was that the slowest moving water ever, by the way?
went. Oh, and the potato
Like, it
shot.
was literally
that was the
right
most
there.
dramatic shot of potatoes
Right,
falling
yeah,
too.
yeah.
That in the most Zack Snyder-y way.
If there is an R-rated Sucker Punch, Zack Snyder cut,
I'm open to anything.
are you open to seeing how he fixes it?
Yes, and here's why. I did not like Man of Steel. I did not like Batman v
Right.
Superman. I was not looking forward to longer Justice League.
Right.
I liked that movie a lot.
It didn't feel like 4 hours. to
Right,
me,
and I'm
so, yeah.
interested to see if it's kind of the case with this.
Right.
If he could go back in and make it what he wanted to be, would I be invested?
Yeah,
Would
and that's
there be
the interesting
characters?
piece is that it's still Warner Brothers material,
And they're not in
and
the
they're
best
not a
terms
Zack
right
Snyder
now.
fan. So that sucks. But you know, who knows? Maybe I'll I'll tweet at him and ask him about it.
I guess hate it is the wrong word, but
You weren't fulfilled.
it was well it gets very repetitive, right? Because people compare it
Let's distract someone
Right.
by Baby Doll dancing.
well,
and-
people compare it to a video game because they have to get decide and do a thing.
Yeah.
I think that's lazy shorthand because it has action
Yes.
scenes and they have to collect things.
And there was one
video
part
games,
that drove me fucking crazy.
Which part?
When she climbed up on the table to dance for the chef, and she does that little step together. I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, they never show her dancing
No,
up to that
until
point.
that scene.
Yeah, and it's like, ooh, that's
that's
why
why.
they did that. Okay.
Yeah, and Emily Browning is fantastic. She's been in
Sure.
some great movies. She's been in some scary movies.
True.
She's done a lot since Sucker Punch. And she does them all with brown hair because she is naturally a brunette.
Right.
And Baby Doll is a towhead in
Blonde.
this movie.
Right.
So, she's not overwhelmingly recognizable. I actually have seen other Emily Browning movies, and I could not point out who the actress was who played
That's
Baby
same.
Doll.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. I knew Jenna Malone. I knew who she was coming in, and I thought
She's great.
she was
Probably
great.
the best part of the movie.
I haven't liked her in much, but I liked her in this. And then the girl who plays the lead girl, who was that?
One of the blonde ones? Except the one that isn't blonde, named
No,
Blondie?
the one that gets away at the end.
Oh, the angry one.
Spoiler!
And then not David Carradine.
The one that looks like the whipped cream bikini girl from Varsity Blues.
That's a very specific reference, and I get it.
Yeah.
And you're right.
I don't have her name written down, but
I think the problem is when you go into the fantasy, it's like, and those things go on forever because it's just action. It's like, I get what you're doing, but I'm tuned out because there's no tension, right?
Yeah. I'm
'Cause
also
I don't
surprised that
care.
Oscar Isaac still has a career after this movie.
Oh, because he's real bad in it?
Oh my god,
he's real
fucking
bad.
creepy. So basically, it's been a minute, so we'll talk about it. So
Sure.
in the end, Baby Doll has a lobotomy performed by John Hamm, and while she's still conscious and can still walk, she really has no self thought, right? So she has no filter of anything. I don't think she can talk. But long story short, Oscar Isaac has been obsessed with her from the beginning at the asylum. He gets her in this room by himself and he's kissing her, and it's in a weird thing. He like stops himself and he's like, "No, that's not right. There's nothing there." I was like, I wasn't expecting that from him. Like, he felt creepy enough to just continue doing
Yeah.
it. And then as he says, "Oh no, she's not there," the police burst into the room and they're like, and he's saying, "She's not there. I didn't do anything. She's not there." And then they take him away. And but anyways,
And we all had a fun, sexy time and wanted to go home and slit our wrists. It was
not
great.
at all. There was nothing sexy about the movie. That's the thing.
It's a joke. It's a miserable
I mean,
movie.
it's the imaginary side of it is a burlesque in a brothel, and there was nothing sexy about the movie.
Oh, one more thing that's really trivial but bothered me anyways. Can Moulin Rouge sue with that opening logo shot of the curtains? Because it's the same damn thing. Does he open on a curtain in a theater like with the Warner Brothers logo? And I'm like, yeah, I seen that.
I don't know. I have Moulin Rouge at home. I'll have to check it out. Mm-hmm. And then I'll let you know. I'll contact my lawyer and see what they say.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get our lawyers on the phone.
Yeah.
You do have a lawyer.
Chris, could you get our lawyer on the phone, please?
I have a bird lawyer.
What?
He studies bird law.
I do have
If there was a bird in the
His name is
logo, we'd have a
Brian.
case.
Filibuster.
All right, so enough about Sucker Punch. So I didn't hate it.
thank God.
I'm intrigued to see if there would be some sort of a Snyder cut, what it would be like. Second of all, I need Zack Snyder to just start making movies where he has the freedom to just make the Snyder
We're gonna
cut.
get one now, and I
Right?
got problems. I got a lot of problems with you people.
You people?
Uh-oh.
So Netflix decided to give Zack Snyder the opportunity to do just that.
Fun fact, this was a Warner Brothers movie that they didn't want no more for some reason. It's
I
the
wonder
weirdest
why.
thing. What? I want you go first because I have a lot of thoughts and things I want to talk about.
I'll give the synopsis and then we'll talk.
Sure.
So, Army of the Dead, we talked a little bit about it. So, here's the Cliff's Notes. A United States military convoy traveling from Area 51
Oh God, that scene.
collides with a car on the highway outside of Las
Collides
Vegas.
with Roadhead.
By the way, do a Google search. Do a Google search for Easter eggs in Army of the Dead. Because there are 2 UFOs flying in the background.
No way.
Yes.
Well, everything's so out of focus, I didn't pick up on
The
it, which we'll get
convoy's,
to.
the convoy's cargo, comma, a zombie, comma, escapes,
Which we've seen people just shoot them in the head.
Comma.
Why was this a problem? Go on.
killing and infected several soldiers before heading into the city, the city of Las Vegas.
Oh, this
There
sounds
they
like a
infect
rom.
most of the city's population, and after a military intervention fails, the government quarantines the city.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there's a Japanese casino owner, Bly Tanaka, and he's trying to hire a group of mercenaries.
It's Ocean's 11 meets Dawn of the Dead.
Correct. Yes.
And there you go.
Yes. Starring Crystalia and
De Bautista.
Tignataro.
Oh, can we talk about that first?
We can talk about whatever you want first. Go
All
ahead.
right, let's go in order then, because I
Yeah.
got a whole list of grievances. So we start the movie.
The shut opens.
So the military convoy's driving one way.
You
and
really are struggling with words today,
I
aren't you?
am very tired. I'm sorry. Military.
Okay, laugh track. Okay, go
So
ahead.
and then there's a couple that just got hitched in Vegas, and she starts giving him roadhead.
That
this
is
supposed to-
performing fellatio
Correct.
in the car
Correct. Thank you,
whilst
Tony.
on the road.
Yes. So the 2 military guys are having stupid dialogue about what could be in the crate. Is it Amelia Earhart?
Considering where we just came from.
What do you mean? No, where we came from, wink wink? No, what do you mean? With fucking aliens! You're hilarious, Zach. We're laughing hysterically. So then the roadhead guy explodes. Mind you, one zombie walks out of the little crate.
Yeah,
they
but
can't
he's
shut the door.
He's a badass zombie.
Well, it's the king zombie, which we'll
Right.
get to.
He's like Dracula of the zombies.
So the opening didn't bode well for me. But then we get the amazing title sequence, which should have been the whole
Correct,
movie.
yes.
It's fantastic.
Felt a little bit what's the zombie movie with Jesse Eisenberg?
Zombieland. It did.
Felt a little Zombieland, but I
But
appreciated it.
at least took advantage of the setting and the premise,
yes.
which the rest of the movie doesn't really
Yeah,
do.
I mean, Elvis, come on.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
We got zombie strippers with their tits out.
There were
We
2
got
sequences
Elvis.
with Elvis singing over a slow motion zombie.
Yeah. Oh, it's Richard Cheese who did the Disturbed cover from Dawn of the Dead, which
You're
I'm
correct.
like, hey,
Yes, yeah, Dick Cheese.
I missed you, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the best part of the movie. And that gave me high hopes.
I don't know, man. I could watch Dave Bautista run in slow motion across casino tables being chased by zombies.
Well, okay. So, do you want to talk about the dead pixel, the filming
you talk,
style?
sir. You talk.
Did you?
Let's talk about the movie.
Okay.
And then let's touch base on the stylistic.
Because we got to
items.
talk about the dead pixel, the way he decided to film it with that lens, and we need to talk about Tig and how she fits into all this.
Let's talk about Tig. So Tig
Oh,
Notaro.
it didn't work. It didn't work. It looks real bad.
I don't know.
She looks like she's acting with nobody, and that's exactly what she's
she
doing.
was acting with nobody.
Right.
So here's the thing: the scene where they hire Tig for me was the best scene.
No,
in the
that was a
movie.
great scene because she doesn't care.
She's like $2 million for one day worth of work. I'm in.
And she's
You
kind
don't
of doing
wanna-
a Bill
you don't
Murray
wanna know?
where she's not acting. It's just being Tig. It's like,
yeah.
sure, I'll do that, whatever.
Well, because Tig is Tig. Everything
Yeah,
that she's in,
for
she's
sure.
Tig. Even on the Star Trek show, she's
great.
She's in what's the Discovery?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Everyone's
then-
favorite Star Trek
Have
show.
you seen the web show that she does?
Was that the Louis C.K. produced one that got canned? Because that was great.
No, it's on Amazon, and basically she doesn't watch TV or movies. So she doesn't know
So she's
stars
the lady
unless she's been in
that
a movie or
that
something
doesn't
with
know the
them.
reference to anything. That's great.
So they bring on celebrities and they go through a couple rounds of questions to try and get her to guess who they are.
Amazing.
It's pretty great. Like Vanderbeek was on it.
I'll
It was-
watch that.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
So she's great. She's doing her best, but I did not buy it. I'm sorry. She looks.
here's
she
the
doesn't
thing.
look like she's in the same movie.
I will say this: I could not see Crystalia in that role.
The fact that they did it at all is impressive.
Yeah.
And if you hadn't told me, kind of like Carrie Fisher's scenes in Rise of Skywalker,
Right.
I would have noticed something's up, but I wouldn't be able to place
The
what.
blues were definitely different blues. I
Yeah.
did notice that.
Now, thank God she's in a helicopter above the tower the whole movie, because that was probably save him a shit ton of
Well,
money.
Zach said the hardest piece was that everything was filmed using a majority of natural light.
right.
And then when
Try to
they
recreate that
cut
in a
her
green
in,
screen.
he had to try and recreate that in
right.
studio.
That's
so
rough. Yeah. Okay, well, just get out all your thoughts first, and then I'll go through mine, because I feel like you kind of dug it.
So I dug it from the. Yeah, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I like zombie movies.
I wanted to love it.
I like zombie movies with a twist.
Sure.
And there were some cool things, like some of the zombies that were being killed turned out they were robots.
That was dumb. Can you explain that to me? Because I haven't
But
bothered to
it's
research
how they
it.
monitored the zombies.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
It's things like that, and then the hybrid ones,
Yeah.
which they didn't outright say it, that they were going to rape women and create hybrid zombie babies. Again,
Well,
ideas
it's not
that weren't
necess-
fleshed out.
Yeah. Well, so that's the thing. The original zombie, the
King zombie, as it were.
what they call her?
The queen? I don't know.
No, the woman who does the transportation of the people across the border, the coyote.
Oh,
She mentioned something about how the king was more human than zombie,
Right. And it degrades
that
the more...
made him stronger,
Right.
and that's why the zombies they were cognizant, they had thoughts, they had feelings and things
There's
of that
kind of
sort.
a society. Again, things that would have been great if they were fleshed out more.
Right. So what they were doing is they weren't looking for humans to breed. They were breeding other zombies that were
Right.
similar.
Because I think
'Cause
someone
the
I
one
talked to
was
was
pregnant.
like, why are they keeping the girls? They're not doing, they didn't eat them or anything. I'm like, I know what they're doing, and they show a little blue baby for a minute, but it's not spelled out and it's not fleshed out.
Right, the queens, baby.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I caught up on that after putting it together,
Yeah.
but it took a while.
Yeah. The zombie tiger kind of felt a little Resident Evil, zombie dogs.
Yeah, again, that thing shows up and
was
it
funny.
doesn't get a payoff
It was
until...
it
gets
gets
a
that was
payoff.
a good payoff.
But it takes a while.
But she died like a bitch.
You're right.
So I liked the interaction with the zombies of here's a gift.
Again, great world building and great ideas that
Right.
could have been fleshed out more. It's like they have their own society. If you give an offering, they'll
we
let
have
you
a
pass.
prequel and we have a series.
And
coming.
people have told me that, and I'm like, great. I want to get invested in
Right.
this movie.
Right. And there were a couple things that really frustrated me.
Sure.
The guy that was there for Tanaka, I'm sure you know the actor's name. I don't. The really tall guy with the jawline that's in.
Was he the bad guy that was trying to get the head?
Yes.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
Because that is straight up aliens, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's it's Paul Reiser in Aliens.
To a point where I'm like, is this just straight up stealing? Because there's homage, and then there's like, this is a little too close.
Well, I mean, realistically, if you're going to study a zombie that is not typical of zombies, the one thing that you're going to want to study is going to be their brain.
Right. Well, let me ask you this then. Once he gets the head, he continues on with the heist. Why does he do that? Why doesn't he just piss off? Because that's all he needed.
You think he can get out of there after just killing the queen?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it just felt weird that he was still part of it.
That was my thought. But
and I think since we're bringing up Aliens, the Paul Reiser scene in that where he gets eaten versus the tiger scene, that happens real quick.
Yeah.
And it's an excellent scare. This just goes on and on with this tiger chasing him. I'm like, I get what you're doing. Can we wrap this up?
Yeah,
and that's part of the problem is the pacing's a problem and the length's a problem.
I love that it was one of Siegfried and Roy's tigers, though.
No, that again, great world-building detail.
I mean, there were a lot of really good concepts within a not-so-great concept.
Yes.
I liked the robot zombies. I liked the thought of, we're in this quarantine zone. We need to monitor them in some capacity. So let's create
was smart.
Sentient beings, or not sentient beings, but AI. I like that the robot zombies interacted just like the regular zombies. So
they kind of accepted them almost.
Yeah, but they're getting killed along with the regular zombies, and because they're chasing the humans.
Right.
I really liked Ludwig, the safecracker.
Dieter.
Yeah.
Great character.
I thought the bromance that happened between he and...
Guy who lives and then doesn't. Spoilers.
Yeah. Spoilers. Oh, how is he not listed? Oh, Omari Hardwick. His name is Vandero. But so Vandero comes in.
No, they were great together.
The bromance there.
Weirdly, them together trying to crack the safe, I'm like, I'm into this again.
Yeah. And then I thought it was cool kind of what happened with him, trying to save him. I don't think... I would not be surprised if that ending was not supposed to be.
It felt weirdly like Justice League, where it's like, well, the movie's over, and here's 10 more minutes.
Yes, but I feel like that may have been put in just for the studio.
Prequel, sequel, whatever.
Because I would have just left it at... He's in the airplane bathroom and he sees the bite mark and then end.
Right.
Because he's landing somewhere, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I would have done.
I'm with you.
But I didn't hate it. I thought the romance between Scott and the Maria lady, that was
like
very
an
weird. It
afterthought?
felt it felt very like, oh, we should have them want a bone.
I don't care.
I liked the father-daughter relationship, and
for being a cliche,
and the culmination of the misunderstanding that he had, thinking it was because he had to kill her mom.
Right.
And she's like, "No, you fucking idiot! It's not about that."
Yeah. What else were you supposed to do in that situation?
Why did you fucking disappear after that? You know, that's the thing. I'll be mad at you for a little bit, but you're still my dad.
Right.
I thought that Bautista played that off fairly well.
For his first time being a lead,
Well, he was a lead in the spy movie.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, where he
You saw that.
Yeah.
How was that?
I enjoyed that. I thought it was funny.
That's on Amazon, probably?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris got a boner, now he's got a nosebleed. That happened to a guy in my math class.
Every time you get a boner, you get a nosebleed?
Yeah, once Old Faithful start to drip, I'm like, oh, he's aroused by something.
One day, when he turns 45... semen's gonna start pumping out of his nose and blood's gonna come out of his dick.
That's a movie.
That's a movie, right?
Oh God!
I know. I'll be 45 in July.
Has it started already?
As far as the filmmaking goes, I felt that there was a lot of tilt shift. I'm a fan of the visual aspect of tilt shift, and that you have a focal point and it's clearly established in a theater.
Yeah, how did this look in the theater?
The problem is we went to see it at Landmark, and those screens are much smaller than like an AMC.
Yeah.
I would like to see it in like Atmos. I think it would be much better audio-wise and visually.
Because he shot this with an old lens from the 60s that give a very shallow
Yeah.
depth of field, and that's why everything looks blurry
Yeah.
unless it's like right in front of the camera.
Yeah, but there's definitely digital tilt shift.
Oh no,
applied.
he rigged it to go on a digital camera,
Yeah,
and you can tell.
for
And that's where
sure.
the dead pixel comes
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
What'd you think
the
of the-
visuals didn't bother me.
Right.
Like I wasn't sitting there with I didn't read about the dead pixels and then watch the movie.
Well, the dead pixel is not the same thing as the looking blurry.
Right.
Did you see the dead
Thanks.
pixel on the big screen?
Thanks, Tyler. No,
You didn't see it.
no, I was watching a movie. I wasn't looking for a dead pixel.
Maybe
Told my
that
wife
was it.
about this earlier. It's something I would totally notice and just
Was
never
the dead
be,
pixel?
never be able to not see it.
Yeah, no, it bothered me.
Oh well.
What?
Well, it's not a big deal.
No,
It's just
it-
a weird thing.
yeah.
Like you could edit out.
Like,
So,
how-
but
yeah,
here's,
exactly.
here's the thing. Okay, so
Super
let's
easily.
say, for example, there was an iteration where this became a found footage movie, right?
You, but go on.
And then it feels a little grainy, a little dead pixely because it's found footage.
Sure.
So I wonder if at some point there was some sort of iteration that was potentially okay. Well,
This would
No, you
be-
have to plan out your
Yeah.
storyboards and know what you're gonna shoot. You just don't like, well, let's make
how
it-
many times has a movie been shot, aka Justice League, and it gets completely changed?
You could argue that. I just think he had a camera with a dead pixel because it's only one shot, and I think that's something the editor slept on, and you could have easily like painted out. That's all I'm saying.
they're not
a
even
big
in the
deal.
same
Let's tweet him.
spot.
Let's find out. Let's see if he answers.
So it's two different cameras with
Has
that
he
pixels.
responded about the dead pixel?
No one's addressed it. Netflix hasn't addressed it. Snyder hasn't addressed it.
Really?
And again, it's nothing that ruins the movie. It's just a really weird thing to see in a mainstream movie. Like if this thing costs like $100,000, I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. They didn't have the budget, but this is like 90 million Zack Snyder Netflix movie, and it's just weird. That's all.
I don't get this. I don't understand why it's such a like. Some of the 4K TV is damaged. Indeed, the minor camera flood has become a major talking point.
I mean, I have honeymoon pictures where there's a piece of dust behind my lens, and every time I look at them, it still drives me crazy 12 years later. So,
So it's unlikely this was a result of a lack of attention to detail.
Oh,
Some have blamed the streaming service itself for the weird visual glitch.
spinning. That's spinning.
The dead pixels might actually have been a side effect of the unconventional camera and lens
That could
setup
be.
that Snyder
That
chose
could
for his second zombie movie.
How could an old lens cause a dead pixel?
that's fair. No, you're right. Tony, it's not a big deal. It's
No,
just
I would
interesting
just-
thing that I was.
I'm not making a big deal of it. I think it's something I didn't notice. The lenses were those Canon Dream lenses that were built in the 1960s.
That's why everything looks. Soft
They open
focus.
to a 0.95, so a really thin depth of field that creates that thin, dreamlike, out of focus imagery. And the cameras were red. Okay.
Right. So digital cameras.
Yeah.
Really
So you're
nice
using-
digital
Cameras, yeah.
Yeah.
You're using 60-year-old lenses.
I would imagine Red would be too happy if somebody's using their cameras advertising it.
I'd be a little pissed too.
Yeah. Like, let us know, and we'll fix
Again,
that.
this is on the editor, man. If the camera is like that, like this is an easy thing you can
It's,
paint
it's,
out.
it's
easy to
on
fix.
the editor if it's not intentional.
Can't be intentional.
And I
There's
wouldn't
no way.
think it's intentional because
Makes
there's
no
a dead
sense.
pixel in one shot, then it cuts to a
or
different
it could
shot.
be
no
on the
dead
digital
pixel.
conversion. So
Again, an
No.
editor could have painted it out. That's all. I'm saying.
Conversion won't usually do that to a single pixel like that.
okay,
Did
I
you?
don't care.
But you
It didn't hinder the movie. For
No,
me.
it didn't hinder the movie. It's just a weird thing I noticed. That's all.
Okay,
But
So-
now back to the actual.
And that
you
wraps
say,
up
go-
Tech
you
Talk
do.
with Tyler.
Yay! I get a new
Talk with
segment.
Tyler.
Yeah.
titties, titty,
So,
titties.
my two big problems with it.
Fun word. We like it.
Is
My
it's not
fiance hates that word with a passion, dude.
titties.
Titties.
It's
It's the
it's
tits.
not fun like it should be for this premise. This premise is golden, and everything I wanted to see I saw in the credit sequence. Right?
Okay, so
It's
what
not
did
a
you
good
wanna,
heist
What did
movie.
you want to see in the movie?
It doesn't take advantage of the Vegas setting. Like it doesn't matter to a certain point. It could have been done anywhere. Right?
Well, what about the Vegas setting still exists? It's overrun with zombies.
I know, but have more creative zombies like the strippers or the Elvis or I don't
So
know,
you just
old
wanted
people.
to see more zombie titties.
No, I don't think it's a good heist movie because they
If
just,
they had had the chocolate thunder from or the thunder from down under, as
that would have been
zombies,
perfect.
That would have been perfect.
Also, the saw. Can we talk about the saw? Because you see the saw in the opening, and then it's used to open the door, and they never use it again. And I'm like, fuck. That's the one thing I wanted to see is them use that saw to mow down some zombies in the actual movie, not the credit sequence.
Did he really
Never used the saw, Tony.
No, he did.
He opened it to open.
when they were coming down the hallway.
Nope.
Now I gotta go home and watch it again.
Also, this is just a me thing, but the daughter flubs the line at one point. She says probably. She's talking like I am during this podcast and screwing up words, and I'm like, did Zach only do one take of
Did Zach add a laugh track?
He should. Can you re-edit Army of the Dead with the laugh track, and then it's perfect. How does it compare to Dawn of the Dead? I didn't care for it because I had a lot of problems with it. I wanted to love it because it's such a fun concept, but it didn't work for me.
Dawn of the Dead is such a mainstay in the zombie film kind of
the original
world.
is, but we're talking about the remake, and it's one of the best remakes.
Yeah, but you also have Ving Rhames.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
Modern
girl's
Family?
name?
I don't remember.
Oh, she's done a lot of stuff. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, girl from Dawn of the Dead, if you're listening.
Hit us up.
Is it Sarah Paisy? Sarah
Pasties.
It's Sarah something. I don't remember
Sarah
what it
Paxton? Brad Paisley?
was. No, but I like a lot of the stuff that she's done, which is why it's sad that I can't remember her name. I'm sure Alec will message me on Facebook and be like, by the way, that's who this is.
But I think the crucial difference between this movie and Dawn of the Dead is that James Gunn
Sarah Polly.
Did Polly
close.
want a cracker?
I was close.
Is Polly a cracker? Yes.
Okay. Okay, with the differences between this and Dawn of the Dead.
Zack Snyder wrote Army of the Dead, and there's, again, a lot of great ideas like Sucker Punch that aren't executed
and
very
Dawn
well.
of the Dead had base material.
Yeah, sure, but the Gunn script, there's no way that remake should work as well as it did, and I think that's partly due to him. Zack Snyder has gorgeous visuals. I actually am one of the people that kind of like to use this old lens to have this really unique looking film. And it actually kind of worked to their advantage because you can just green screen Tig in the back and put her out of focus, and suddenly she fits.
Or if there's people in the background where you're shooting, you can blur them out.
Right.
Yeah. Make them look like zombies.
And actually, Gunn was offered to write the script Army of the Dead based on Zack's treatment, but now he's too busy. I would have loved to see that movie.
I would love to see a James Gunn zombie movie.
Right?
Yeah. I don't even know if I would need Zack Snyder involved. I think I would just like James to do it.
Oh, ideally, yeah. But
I think his comedy would fit
this comedy didn't work
a
for
zombie
me.
movie.
Other than Tig just doing her thing.
I like Bautista, but I did not like him in this role.
He didn't.
I feel like he could have played Omar's role, the Saw, the Van der Rohe guy.
Maybe he would have actually used it.
Right? It's so.
But it's not a good heist movie because,
I'm interested to see what they do with the prequel.
I won't watch it unless you make me.
I'll make you.
Okay, I'll watch it.
And I'm also interested to see, is the series animated? I think it's manga style. Manga anime style.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. They haven't really, announced what it's going to look like. It could be CG,
I read
it could
that
be
it's
2D,
anime
could
style.
be.
So.
And that's probably what it'll be.
Yeah,
but
that was from his wife, from Mrs. Deborah Snyder. So.
Well, what's, the heist, things go wrong, but you want to see the heist pulled off, and it just doesn't. And, everybody, no, spoiler alert, most everybody dies except for the daughter who gets away with some money. And that's not satisfying to me.
Did she get away with money?
Yeah, he had some in his pocket, and he gave it to her. Also,
the funny part for me was how they dwindled down from the fact that they were getting $50 million, and then they offered Tig Notaro $200,000 for a day's worth of work.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's
everyone got offered less and less and less.
I think the Safecracker got the least amount.
No, Tig definitely got
Tig got the least amount?
Yeah,
that's a shame.
Sure.
No, she got $2 million.
No, it was $250,000, wasn't it?
Tig was for $2 million.
Well, then it
for
may have been
Daybreak.
the Safecracker.
I think he
No, it was the YouTuber that got.
Oh, that makes sense.
He was like, "I'll give both of you $250,000."
He's lucky he got to come along at all.
Yeah, it was funny.
But yeah, the heist wasn't satisfying. And there should be a sense of urgency, right? When they're about to drop the nuke and it's they moved it up.
Yeah.
But there's not. They still
I
fuck
love
around.
that there was a fight sequence with the King Zombie that wasn't just him biting someone's neck. There was an actual fight that happened.
The titular Army of the Dead doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness deserves that title more than this movie.
I mean, I didn't hate it. I need to watch it again to kind of identify some of these pieces that you talked about.
Sure. And I mean, we watch movies completely differently.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a second viewing to
Sure.
see them.
And speaking of which, with Cruella coming out, I thought we could revisit Joker.
Cruella is out,
It is.
and I have it on my Plex server. So if you want to watch it,
I thought we could do that. Maybe Maleficent and Joker.
interestingly enough, a PG-13 rating, and some people say
Mulan
that's
was-
too low.
They're not going to
I've
do
read
it.
a couple times that they say that a PG-13 movie, a PG-13 rating for Cruella was a little too low, and
Well, they're
that
not going to do an R-rated.
a lot of kids were very scared.
I've
throughout
heard that.
movie.
Oh, Mulan was PG-13, but this one looks like it has more balls than that movie.
Yeah. The only problem is like I don't like Emma Stone as a character actor.
Oh.
I like Emma Stone as an actor, right?
Yeah.
But I don't like
She might be great,
playing
though.
an established character. So we'll see. I haven't watched it yet. So,
But are you okay with us pairing it with, I think, Maleficent? So we
are
can
you talking
see...
about other villain movies?
Yeah,
But the
so-
problem is Maleficent wasn't necessarily a villain.
No,
movie.
but it's doing the same thing Cruella is. It's like, here's this Disney villain. Let's humanize her.
Yeah, some sort of.
And then
humanity.
I think we should do Joker because this...
By the way,
very-
Joker 2 is in production.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It made a lot of money.
I know, and it won fucking awards.
Yeah. But I think...
No, I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Because I think this movie
humanity
is
in the
very
villain form.
inspired by Joker too. So I'm
Yeah.
like, let's do those three. Let's talk about them, compare them, and see what's most successful. Because like I think Maleficent at least very much wants to be Wicked, and I'm interested to see if Cruella wants to be too.
Speaking of very much wants to be wicked,
Sure.
Josh Hartnett. It makes no surprise to me that he disappeared from acting. He was terrible in Wrath of Man.
Oh, you saw Wrath of Man?
Yeah.
Not good.
It's a Jason Statham movie more than it is a Guy Ritchie movie.
That's a shame.
Which sucks because I love Guy Ritchie's movies.
I know you do.
That star Jason Statham. But this was definitely a Jason Statham movie that happened to be directed by Guy Ritchie.
No Crank 2.
But Josh Hartnett was fucking terrible.
I haven't seen him in forever.
Oh my God. He's the biggest person on screen. He's 6'3".
Tall drink of
He's
water.
muscular. He's got this chiseled jawline, and he's the biggest pussy in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it was so disappointing. And then there's a point in the movie where you think he's going to have this arc where it just kind of redeems everything. Nope.
Damn it, Josh.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So anyways, I saw Wrath of Man as well. It's it's okay. It's probably a 2.5.
Okay,
because
because I was wondering if you wanted to talk about that one, if I should see that one.
No, and that's why we haven't talked about it yet.
Gotcha.
It's definitely a 2.5 out of 5. If you're a Jason Statham apologist, watch it.
Apologist.
If you're not,
I'm a Crank 2 apologist. I'm not a Jason Statham apologist.
Scott Eastwood is in it.
Is he still doing things?
That's the thing. It's like I don't think there's been a movie that I really enjoyed with Scott Eastwood in it.
Isn't he in one of them Nicholas Sparks movies I'll never watch?
I don't know. He did a movie, I think it's called Drive, where he leads a team of people to steal a bunch of Italian
Are they allowed
supercars.
to call it Drive?
I don't remember what it was called, but that was the only good movie. Mm-hmm. And it was, and I hate to say this, I think it was because he was the lead.
Why do you hate to say this?
Because I don't like him. But when he's in a position of carrying a film, I think
He's up to it.
I think he might be up to it.
Huh.
Which makes sense. I mean, considering his father's charisma when he was younger
I was going to say, anymore?
versus now.
Yelling at chairs.
Every time I get him and Charlton Heston mixed up now.
Charlton Heston alive?
I doubt it.
The
so.
NRA's been keeping him alive. I'm Charlton Heston for content.
Don't
All right,
believe
so-
he's alive.
So you're a Zack Snyder fan. I mean, you like no?
I like Watchmen a lot,
Okay, so
and I like
you
Justice
like
League a
some
lot.
of the movies, but you're not necessarily a Zack Snyder fan.
After this experiment, I really didn't like Army of the Dead or Sucker Punch, and that feels very Zack Snyder.
Right.
So I don't think I am. There's a lot about him I like, but when he's got complete creative
You're
control,
about 50-50 on his movies.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen the Owl movie.Maybe that'll be the one to tip
The
it
Guardians
over.
of Ga'Hoole.
Mr. Heston's been dead for 13 years.
Yeah.
Was he killed by a gun? Or is that too ironic?
From my cold, have they pried it from his hands yet?
Still in his cold dead hands?
That's fucking terrible. R.I.P. Charlton Heston.
Yeah, well, he's probably a
Poor
piece
Moses.
of shit.
Okay. But anyway, so Watchmen, then
Oh, I have to rank them?
I'm just saying if you had to pick out of the 3 that we watched, Watchmen is clearly your favorite.
This is hard. I'm gonna Army of the Dead. I think there's enough in it I liked more than Sucker Punch, which I didn't like anything.
Yeah. Read that article.
I will,
And then let me know what you think.
I don't know if I'll watch it again right away, but
Yeah.
maybe I can look at it with fresh eyes.
If it's fresh enough on your mind, read the
Maybe
article.
it'll recontextualize a few things. Yeah.
I don't know. It
Army
worked
of
for
the
me.
Dead just feels like a missed opportunity because it's such a great premise and it could have been fun. And then
Yeah.
the way they went about it was like,
I'm intrigued to see the prequel piece.
well, I'm intrigued when you make me watch it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Speaking of thank you,
Is it
hey,
all about the guy who got Roadhead? No. Like, what could you do with the prequel?
It's kind of the origin stories
the
of the
prequel-
team, right? Because
Oh,
they've
I
all
don't care
worked
about
together
that.
beforehand.
If the prequel's just like the credit scene, but a whole movie, then I'm in. That would be great.
But like the safecracker's back, the guy with the saw is back.
Theater. I hope he uses the saw in this movie.
Yeah. Hey Chris,
Yeah.
how'd the market go this weekend?
They're going great. They're
Yeah?
splendid.
CoffeeDudes.com.
CoffeeDudes.com?
Coffee Dudes, Coffee.
CoffeeDudesCoffee.com. Proud sponsor of Popcorn Tribunal.
Proud.
I don't know how proud he really
So
is. but-
proud. That's my Rip
If
Torn.
you're listening to this podcast and you don't go visit, I almost said cars. CoffeeDudesCoffee.com. At least
CoffeeDudesCoffee.com?
check out the packaging.
Look at the package.
Look at my package.
Look at
roasted-
that package.
I've got packaging all over my social
Look at
media.
those beans.
The grinder is literally 4 feet to
It
my
is.
right.
Oh my God.
I haven't packed up.
Yeah. And if you are local to Indiana, you can find him at the Anderson Farmers Market on Saturday mornings.
Yes.
And where's the other one that you were going to?
The Frankton Farmers Market.
Frankton.
That's every other
fresh
week.
roasted coffee. He had Ethiopian Yirgacheffe as the
Yirgacheffe.
sampler
Gesundheit.
this week.
Here, good chef.
Whatever, dude. Starbucks told me that it was
Yirgacheffe.
Yirgacheffe, so
Well, they're wrong.
Ooga chaka, ooga ooga.
fuck Starbucks.
I was told by a person from Ethiopia.
Oh, yeah? You
I-
speak Ethiopian?
I do not.
Is that a language?
She spoke English as well. So,
Ooh, she.
yes.
Anyways,
That
but
cups coffee in Indy.
stop by, sample some coffee, tell him that you listen to the podcast. He'll give you a 7% discount.
Oh, wow.
That covers tax. I mean, come on.
Tony's gonna make up the difference.
I'm going to make up the difference
Woo!
by buying
Get
him
those
new
orders
mic
in.
arms.
Limit
hit
one
it.
per customer.
Let's hit $1,000 worth of discounts.
Let's
this week.
throw that laugh track in there.
You're not saving shit.
So, CoffeeDudesCoffee.com.
CoffeeDudesCoffee.com.
Drop Popcorn Tribunal, follow on
hate you,
Instagram and Twitter, and like our page on Facebook. Check out popcorntribunal.com for movie reviews. And stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for listening, guys.
Did you know Rip Torn went into a bank thinking it was his house because he was drunk and elderly?
Explain to me.
And it was full of
his
money.
Name. Is that really his
Rip
name?
Torn?
Is that his birth name?
I
dead.
don't know the man.
Was his name.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Can I do
Everyone's
a Rip
dead.
Torn?
Get
I'm
with
proud
it.
of you,
It's
son.
2021. Everyone's
If you
dead.
can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
You seen Freddy Got Fingered?
Yes.
We'll have to do that on the show.
Freddy Got Fingered was quietly a fantastic movie.
It is so awful. It's
Fucking
kind of
Tom
a
Green,
masterpiece.
Doesn't he jerk off a horse?
He does.
Yeah. Disturbing.
That's what happens when a studio gives him anything he wants. He makes a movie
Ooh,
like
let's
that.
start a new segment. Awkward YouTube moments. Go to YouTube and search Drew Barrymore, Tom Green reunion.
No, I don't want to watch that.
Oh my God. It was the most awkward thing I've seen on television.
I don't want. What is Tom Green doing now?
Who the fuck knows? But Drew
he alive?
Barrymore had him on her talk show,
Oh,
and
no.
he's like, I just want to say that no matter what happened with us, I'm so proud of you.
love you.
I think you've turned out extremely successfully, and I'm really happy for all of your success. And he says that like 7 times.
Is he doing a bit?
I don't know,
'Cause it's Tom
but
Green,
it's so fucking
And he's
awkward.
definitely
man.
doing a bit.
It's so awkward. Awkward YouTube moment. Drew Barrymore, Tom Green. Have a good night.
Whenever I go to a fancy dinner, I have to do the Tom Green. This is a fancy restaurant bit from Freddy.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Ladders.
Is Rip Torn dead?
Yes.
Oh, he done torn out his last page.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whackity schmackity do. Give me one last laugh track. Here we go. Damn. No.